Have any money. So I told my kids this year that Santa Claus wasn't real and explained to them it's all the government's fault. It's the government's fault that they're not getting Christmas presents. It's the government's fault that Santa is not real. When I told them Christmas was canceled, that they were all upset, crying about it and saying like, how can Christmas be canceled? Blah 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 blah. So that's why I told them he wasn't real. And I sat them down and I explained to him that America isn't the great anymore. And it's everybody else's fault, basically, that I can't afford Christmas presents. And my mom had the audacity to sit me down and tell me, like, maybe I should just budget my money better because I still get my nails done and stuff like that. But, like, why should me as a working woman have to change my lifestyle and work more hours? Like, I already work 30 hours a week, and that's plenty. Why should I have to work more hours a week for a made-up holiday at that? And I wouldn't even have to because 5 years ago, I was able to afford gifts. This year, I can't because of inflation. Like, it's literally the government's fault why my kids aren't having a Christmas this year. And am I the only person? Like, it's canceled.
I'm ready to cancel Christmas because I don't need any more stuff brought into my house. I cannot be the only one that is thinking about this. My girls are 6 and 8. And while I would love to have a ton of presents under the tree for them, I don't want any more stuff. They don't need more Barbies. They each have probably 10 or 15. They don't need more stuffies. They have more than enough. They don't need blankets. They don't need junk. They don't need just toys that they're not going to play with 2 months later. Like, what are we doing? We don't go all that out for Christmas anyway. And for us to travel anywhere, I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars. We don't do thousands of dollars for Christmas anyway. My girls want a giant monster truck, one of those huge monster trucks, which we do 1,000 hours outside every single year minimum. So we'll probably end up getting them that. But like, is it okay to just get one gift? Because stocking stuffers, that's just junk. That's a waste. They're 6 and 8. They don't need anything. So what are we doing when we want to just cancel Christmas altogether? Because I don't want to clean up any more stuff and I want to get junk out of my house, not bring more in. So what are we doing?
Me and my kids are not participating in Christmas this year, but before you go and call us a bunch of Grinches, hear me out, okay? So I was born in the 80s when I believed Christmas actually served a purpose. However, today I don't think it does. I think it is a waste. I think it is an entire scam. Stay with me. So back in the 80s, you only got things on your birthday or Christmas. If you had holes in your pants, tough shit, you're gonna run around with holes in your pants until your Christmas or your birthday. So those 2 days are not near. You're going to be running around with holes in your pants. Fast forward to today, if you want a new pair of pants, you just go get that new pair of pants, okay? We are a society with Amazon and other freaking online stores at our fingertips. If we want something, we go and get it within reason, of course, okay? But we're not waiting for Christmas or birthdays to get the things that we want. So why are we spending one day to buy more crap that we don't need? That just doesn't make sense to me, okay? Not only that, I value experiences, which obviously I'm my kids' parent, so they tend to kind of adopt whatever I think. So luckily, my kids also value experiences over things. Of course, they like nice things. I like nice things. However, experiences are just so much more valuable to us. And because we have a lot of experiences in life, we go cool places, we see cool things, we immerse ourselves into cultures, things just tend to not be as important. So this year, all right, my tree is completely empty. Okay, there's no gifts under there because we're not doing gifts. Okay, we're doing stockings. We'll have a stocking each with a few little things that we might like, that we might want. Okay, things that make us smell good, feel good, look good. But other than that, we're not doing gifts. All right, I understand in the 80s it served a purpose. And if you want to hop on this little car, this little no freaking gift crap car, feel free to hop in. It's nice here. I'm not stressed. I have zero stress. I see everyone running around like a chicken with a head chopped off, thinking about what gifts they're going to buy, A, B, C, D. We don't need to do that anymore, okay? Spend time with your loved ones, eat the good food, watch the movies, have the hot chocolate with marshmallows, but we do not need to buy more crap on top of the crap that we already have. It's a scam. Bye.
So last night in Pennsylvania, when the president was supposed to be explaining to everybody how inflation and affordability is a big hoax, he ended up just telling them that while his family is going to have a billionaire Christmas with toys under the tree for all the kids, they'll get everything that they want, the rest of us should just do without. That's how you solve inflation and affordability. You just stop buying the things that you want. So your kids that have been dreaming of toys and presents all year, just don't buy them for them. They don't really need it. Buy them like one thing. People can see for themselves. I don't know how his supporters can believe what's coming out of their mouth. When you go to the store, things are more expensive. When you look up toys, they're more expensive. People can see it in their bank accounts, and they can feel it when they look at their children this year and they don't have enough money to buy what they'd like to. And once again, he doesn't look well. He went off on some tangent about how our kids also don't need pencils. They just need to learn to work in a steel factory. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for clicking to watch today's video, and also welcome back to our channel. In the richest country on earth, millions of Americans are, they can't afford to buy gifts, they can't afford Christmas, and most of them are canceling Christmas because of the high cost of living. It's not because they are willing to, in fact, they have the spirit to do it, but the cost of living says otherwise. We've prepared this video for you of people, talking about how they are canceling Christmas because of the rising cost of living. We do not own the rights of the video, they belong to the original owners of the video. Let's dive in and listen to what people have to say. I'll be back with my own commentary, so stick around.
Thank you.
So Donald Trump and MAGA have put a damper on Christmas for so many Americans. I would be remiss if I didn't try to help people understand that when they budget for Christmas presents this year, they've really got to have an understanding of how prices have gone up under the Trump tariffs. If you're ready, I'm going to go for it. Clothing, 36 to 40%. Shoes, 20 to 40%. Toys, 17 to 26%. Video game consoles, 20 to 27%. Kitchen appliances, 15 to 17%. Hardware and tools, 10 to 25%. Sporting equipment, 9 to 14%. Camping equipment, 20 to 25%. Hunting and fishing gear, 25 to 50%. Cosmetics, 15 to 18%. Those are just your basic categories of gifts we tend to purchase for our family members, but you can look at it another way. If you walk into a Walmart store today, December of 2025, compared to December of 2024, every single item has gone up, anywhere from 2.7% to 51%. Depending on what you're buying, and this includes groceries. How about Target? 6.5%, all the way up to 43%, depending on what you're buying. Now, you could be like me. You gave up buying presents a while ago, and you just want to take your family somewhere and create memories for Christmas. Keep this in mind. The average restaurant tab has gone up 4 to 7% since Trump took office. Hotels have climbed 4.1%. Theme park tickets, 9%. Rental cars, over 25%. Airline tickets, 4.2%. Now you could be sitting back saying, you know what? I'm just going to go buy myself a Christmas tree, put old decorations on it, sit by the fire, and watch Hallmark movies and not spend any more money than that. But unfortunately, artificial Christmas trees have gone up 30%. There's one thing that hasn't: real trees, real Christmas trees. So that's always an option. I want to leave it on a good note, though. There's something we can do to lift our spirits. We can watch all the video footage and view all the photographs of all the Christmas parties that are going to be going on at Mar-a-Lago with all the billionaires and all the millionaire Trump donors. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars a plate, all the expensive entertainment, Donald Trump in so many of the photos. And through osmosis, we can enjoy living like we have money. Next year, in December, it'll be a whole lot better because there'll probably be a whole nother 1 million or more people laid off, added to the million already laid off by this time this year. But they'll be celebrating in the very expensive ballroom. And again, we could just sit back and look up like Hunger Games style and just be in awe
of the rich and how they got rich off of all the MAGA tax breaks and all the corrupt insider trading and all those tariffs. Merry Tariffy Christmas.
No, because what do you mean? What? What do you actually mean? That I took my kids, I got 3 of them ready to go see Santa at the bank, and they do an interview with a news station. Cutesy little interview, right? Every time I ask, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know, a toy, this toy, a game, blah, blah, blah. All you could muster up when they said, what do you want for Christmas? A bed and a TV. Are you kidding me? Like you don't have an iPad, a computer, a TV. You have a bed, sir. Like you're not climbing in my bed every night. Mommy, can I please sleep with you? A bed and a TV? Are you so serious? I don't even have words. I just want my own bed. Sir, we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and you would crawl back up in me if you could. Okay? Talking about some bed. There's no Christmas. Santa's flying over this house this year.
We need to cancel Christmas. And Black Americans, we have already talked about this months ago, about how we are protesting with our dollars, and that is our power. And I'm getting the sense that some of you all feel hopeless. Well, Rod, the corporations already control all of our lives. That's what they want you to think. We have been indoctrinated in capitalism to be consumers. But that is where our power lies, y'all, where we choose to spend our money. Let me give you all proof. I don't care about this man one way or the other, but Jimmy Kimmel. It wasn't too long ago that he was yanked off the air for criticizing the felon-in-chief. Do you know what all those white folks did? They didn't go out in the street and holding up signs. We protest what has happened to Jimmy Kimmel out in the street. What they did was they said, we're not spending our money with Disney. They canceled Disney vacations, including cruises, trips to Disneyland, Disney World. They canceled Disney Plus, ESPN, Hulu. Disney lost an estimated $6 billion in 1 week. Did you see how fast they reversed course? Oh, no, wait, we love Jimmy Kimmel. It was all a misunderstanding and he is back on the air. That is the most recent proof I can give you that is how we make our voices heard. But I have young kids and it's Christmas. So now is the perfect time to teach your children what is truly important and not to grow up to be mindless consumers. And if you must buy them gifts, give them the gifts of knowledge through books. It doesn't matter what age there are. And there are Black authors that are writing books in almost every genre you can think of. Children's books, picture books, fantasy, science fiction, romance for older kids and young adults. And adults too. And stop giving in to all of the marketing hoopla that you are bombarded with. If we stay the course and hit all of these corporations in these next 2 quarters, the most important fiscal quarters of their year, we will see a reverse course of many, many things.
Christmas is canceled at our house this year. A couple of months ago, we told all of our friends and family that we will not be buying gifts for anybody this year, and we will not be accepting gifts from anybody this year, so to not buy us anything. If you absolutely must spend money on us, you can buy us household supplies, or you can pay a bill. That is all we will be accepting. I just saw the first post of the season about gift ideas for the hard-to-buy-for person in your life. It's not even Halloween. Like, what? Like, why are we doing this every year? We don't need any of this shit. So we will still be, like, decorating for Christmas and going to Christmas parties and doing whatever Christmassy things, but just no gifts. And I think a lot of people should be doing this. And I actually know a couple people who are doing this, and I love the idea. So it's not too late to tell all your friends and family not to buy you shit.
Anybody else just not in the Christmas spirit? No, it's not even the middle of November, but I love Christmas. I'll decorate the first weekend of November. I just love it. It's cozy. It's nostalgic. You get to see family, friends, lights, whatever. It's great. This year, I just don't really give a shit. The state of America right now is just ridiculous. Everybody's divided. We can't afford anything. SNAP benefits are canceled. There are people fighting over a bare cup. It's just too much. It really is. It's ridiculous. I'm really not going to justify spending money on Christmas things or Christmas gifts if people can't even afford groceries. I just think it's ridiculous, and I kind of hate it here a little bit. Maybe once we get closer to Christmas, or if we get snow or something, I'll be maybe feeling it more. But for right now, I'm just having trouble giving a shit.
October was so expensive. When I say this budget for November and December is about to be non-existent, $0 to be exact, I couldn't even afford to wake up this morning. My eyelids couldn't even afford to open up with how expensive October was. It ain't no Christmas gifts. It ain't no Christmas list. Don't even make the list. Let alone send it to me. I better not be in that one group chat talking about what everybody wants for Christmas. Not this year. Not 2025. The budget is non-existent for the rest of the year. I don't even know if I can afford to make any more content. Y'all just better be prepared to be sick of me, because the way that I'm about to have to post just to play catch up from how expensive October was, I'm not even sure it's even funny at this point. I can't be the only one.
Y'all, what are we doing about Christmas presents this year, or Hanukkah presents, any kind of presents? I feel like money is tight, you know, like everything is just so expensive. Everything is so expensive. And I don't know, I love shopping for people. I love spoiling my people, but rent is so freaking expensive, and groceries and just the cost of living, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's them tariffs. I don't know if it's the corporations, but whatever it is, life is pricey, and I just want to celebrate with my family and friends. I just want to celebrate with my homies, and I want to treat them right, because it's been a year. It's been a year for us all, so I need ideas. What are you guys getting your people? Where are you getting it from? Comment ideas. Are we thrifting? Are we crafting? Do you know of some deals that I do not? Open for suggestions.
Groceries are up, rent is up, utilities are up. Everything is so unaffordable right now in the United States of America. And so many people are choosing to cut off costs rather. Others are choosing to cancel Christmas. Actually, some people are choosing to just cancel the flights that they had of going maybe for vacations during these Christmas holidays. And they're even telling their kids it's not this year. They are canceling Christmas because of the rising cost of living in the United States of America. The tradition of Christmas is no longer there, whereby people used to put up trees, they buy good decorations because of Christmas. Right now, even the decor itself is so expensive. It's been seen as a luxury, and people cannot afford it. And actually, guys, can you really host people if the groceries are up? And while hosting, so many people need to be fed well. They need to feel the mood of celebration. And right now, when groceries are up, so many people cannot, afford to call people for Christmas. They can't gather around. They can't have the normal get-togethers that are there during Christmas. And that is something that is really, really shocking, because the tradition is going, just away slowly because of the rising cost of living due to Trump's policies. And guys, do you know of someone who is canceling Christmas? Or do you know of someone who is maybe trying to cut off costs? Or are you the one who is cutting down costs this Christmas season? Kindly drop your thoughts, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you on our next video.